Good afternoon and welcome to the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation's 6th annual Foundation for the Future Luncheon. Please give a nice round of applause. My name is Ron Gorman and I have the honor and privilege of being the Grand Rapids Public Schools Interim Superintendent. Thank you. Thank you for coming out today in support of our exclusive fundraising partner, the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation. Before I begin my remarks, I want to give a special thanks to SAF Executive Director Sally Andrietta and her entire team for putting together another phenomenal event. Thank you, Sally. I would like to also thank the SAF Board of Directors and all of the donors and the volunteers who work day in and day out to ensure our students have the resources they need to be successful. Please give them a nice round of applause. There are some folks who are very close to me. I would like to thank the Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education members for their governance, direction, leadership, and support. I would like to ask current Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education members and previous Board of Education members to please stand and be recognized. Lastly, and this should be a very large group, I would like to thank the GRPS employees and the former GRPS employees who are in the house today. Please rise and please recognize all of these folks. These individuals are our true unsung heroes who give their hearts, minds, blood, sweat, and tears, and the shirts off their backs for our students. If you can't tell already, I'm a proud Grand Rapids Public Schools employee. Thank you. I have dedicated my entire career to working in the Grand Rapids Public Schools. For the last 22 years, I have served this great district. It's hard to believe 22 years ago I was a young student teacher at Brookside Elementary School, and it's amazing what can happen in 22 years. I served as an elementary teacher, I served as a secondary teacher, I served as a middle school athletic director, a high school athletic director, a high school assistant principal, a high school principal, the executive director of secondary schools, the assistant superintendent, anything Teresa Neal wanted at any time, and now the interim superintendent of the Grand Rapids Public Schools. I have seen firsthand the greatness of our students, our parents, our teachers, our support staff, our leaders, and our community partners. Most importantly, I am the proud husband of a GRPS teacher, my wife, Melissa Arcelowitz Gorman, who is a special education teacher at Innovation Central. I'm so proud to be her husband in the work she does every single day. And I am also proud that I'm the father of 2 GRPS students who attend the Grand Rapids Public Schools. So if something happens to the Grand Rapids Public Schools, we are in trouble, right? One of the reasons my wife and I chose GRPS and why I believe one of the reasons why my wife and I chose GRPS and why I believe there are so many great educational experiences in the Grand Rapids Public Schools is that we reflect the rest of the world. I would like to say to our parents, you want to prepare your students for the world and a global economy? Send your kids to the Grand Rapids Public Schools. That's right. Our 15,000 students represent 80 countries and more than 70 different languages. We are 39% Latinx, 31% African American, 22% Caucasian. We are 26% English language learners. We have ethnic diversity, socioeconomic diversity, cultural and religious diversity, and so much more. When I was asked to speak today, they asked me to share the single most important thing that I helped to accomplish. Now, I have to admit, I was really uncomfortable answering that question because I consider myself a behind-the-scenes guy. But I have to say, one of the things of which I am most proud is the increase in our graduation rates in the Grand Rapids Public Schools. In 2012, when Superintendent Weatherall Neal took over, she asked me to stop being Creston's principal, and she asked me to become the executive director of secondary schools. At that time, when she asked me to take over, the Grand Rapids Public Schools had less than a 50% graduation rate. By anyone's standards, that was unacceptable. And now here we are 7 years later, and our graduation rates are up 60% for all students. For African American students, they are up 75%. For Latinx students, they're up 76%. For English learners, they are up 95%. For economically disadvantaged students, they are up 79%. And our dropout rates are cut by more than 50%. While I am personally and professionally proud of these accomplishments, let me be clear. This didn't happen by one person. It happened because we have the best, most dedicated teachers, school leaders, and support staff, hands down. It happened because of the tenacity, grit, and commitment of our students and our parents. It happened because of the thousands of volunteers and community partners. It happened because we have the support of organizations like the Grand Rapids Student Advancement Foundation, who work side by side, hand in glove with the district to ensure our students have the resources, experiences, and opportunities to grow and achieve to their greatest potential. Thanks to the generous support of donors like you in this room, our students have the calculators they need for those very difficult SAT tests, the arts and music supplies and enrichment opportunities for students to enjoy, multiple educational opportunities at multiple grade levels in environmental science, libraries stocked with the latest and greatest books and periodicals to advance literacy, athletic opportunities for elementary and middle school students through the Great Sports, Great Kids program, and our high school students do not have to pay to play. Thank you. This year's luncheon's theme is around physical wellness as the foundation for the future. The research is crystal clear. Students who are active in athletic and after-school activities have better attendance, have better grades, and are more likely to stay in school and graduate on time. Later in the program, you're going to have the opportunity to connect with two dynamic young leaders, one at Union High School and one at Ottawa Hills. You're going to meet Cody Garrison, who's here from Union's football team. Cody, please stand up. And you're going to also meet Adit Dow, who runs cross country for Ottawa Hills and attends City High. Adit, please stand. Later on, when we ask you for a contribution, think of these two young, phenomenal students who are going to be leaders in this community for a long time to come. I also want to remind you that next year, April 11, 2021, GRPS will be celebrating its 150th anniversary, 150 years. When we have challenges on the first day of school, I always say to my cabinet, hey team, we've been doing this 150 years. We shouldn't be screwing this up. Thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate every single person in this room. We need you so much, and every single time we need you, you're there for us. Thanks so much.